look 1 using the darkness shade. Swatches will be at the end of this video, by the way, and thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Commenting is my favorite part. I love chatting with everybody, but I'm just throwing that darkness shade on my outer corner and kind of blending it out, and I threw it down on my bottom lash line. You guys, this palette is so nice. I'm really impressed with the formula, to be honest. Like, for the price, for the packaging, for the colors, I really enjoyed this palette. Makeup Revolution is like hit and miss, but I feel like they did a really good job with this one. Yep, I threw it on my bottom lash line as well. I think look number 1 is my favorite, but you'll have to let me know down below. I'm taking Dark Night and I'm throwing it on my inner half of my eyelid and on my bottom portion of my lash line. I do go back into the Dark Night and blend it out on the, in between the two shades, because it did kind of go together a little funky at first, but it all worked out, and it wasn't because of the shadow, it's just the two colors. But you see, yep, easy. I threw on some lash glue, not lash glue, oh my gosh, glitter glue, just like that, to really make the shimmers pop. And then I took Batcave and I placed that on my center of my eyelid and towards the end of my eyelid. That blue is really stunning. It's not like super shimmery or anything, but I think it's beautiful. And then Bruce, that is where it's at. That is a little bit chunky, but it is just stunning. And I decided that there needed to be a darker brown, so I took Wayne in between the lighter gold and the blue, because I just felt like there needed to be a little bit of a transition. Then I took that bottom corner shimmer and used it for my inner corner, and that is the finished look. What do you think? Let me know. I think this is my favorite. I really liked it. Again, it's like brown and blue together, but I liked it. So for look number 2, I took that Returns shade. And I wasn't expecting it to be so pigmented. This look is very light and airy, and it's my least favorite of the 3. It's not really my style, but I wanted to show you a lighter, more pinky, basic B look, I guess. So yeah, I took that on my outer corner and brought it in on my inner crease area a little bit. And I just blended it out and buffed it out some. It seems like it took a while, but it really didn't. I was just working slow. I don't know. I was in one of those moods. Then I also brought it down on my bottom lash line, only on my front portion, and then I took that light pink shade and I used it to blend everything out and place it on my front portion of my eyelid. So yeah, and I just used it to blend out everything. It's a very light pink. But yeah, I rounded out my edges on my outer V area, and I put it on my bottom lashes too, but only on the front portion. I went back into the brown shade and used that to deepen it up a little bit. Then I threw on some glitter primer. I just felt like I wanted to make sure the shimmers was everything I wanted, and then I took No Rules and I placed that on my inner portion of my eyelid. I don't know, my front half, my front portion of my eyelid. Gosh, I don't even know. You see what I'm doing, right? I thought it was a fine shimmer. And then I took Dawn and I used that for my inner corner highlight. And then I took that brown that I'd used and I brought it into my front portion as well on my bottom lash line, and that is the finished look. I thought it was a really soft, and you know, it works. It's pretty, but not me. For my last look, I am taking that black and I am putting it on my entire eye. Yeah, that's what I did. And I blended it out. Now I'm working with a black, so I really wanted to be careful, but I really did think that this was a fairly decent black shadow. I don't think that black shadows can be scary, and I don't think this one was scary. I think it packed fine. I think it blended fine. As you see, it's not getting all over my face either. So I was actually quite impressed, because there are some blacks that I just cannot stand, and this one wasn't bad at all. And as you see, it built up to a black, not a gray, not, you know, something that resembles charcoal, like burnt charcoal. This is a black, and yeah, it is a little bit satiny. I'm taking that yellow and I'm using it to blend that black out. I figured, since it was a Batman palette, that I needed to do a black and yellow look. I don't know why. This palette does have very few mattes, but I do think that there are enough mattes and enough shimmers that you can create unique looks multiple times. But I do prefer a few more mattes. If I was going to complain about the palette, that would be what I would complain about. But I threw on that black on my bottom lash line, and I tried to perfect my outer corner there and rounding it out, because you guys, I didn't do any winged looks with this palette. Shocker, super shocker for me. So I took more of that yellow and I brought the yellow down on my bottom lash line as well, just like that. But yeah, I deserve a gold star for not winging crap out. So then I threw on some more glitter primer on the front portion of my eye. I'm using the Hard Candy glitter primer. Then I took that Crusader shade and I threw it all over my lid. It's that bright green. It's really pretty. If you don't like super glittery shimmers, I think you would really like these shimmers. Personally, I like the glitter. But yeah, and then I took Robin and I placed it on the center of my eyelid right there, because I felt like the two greens would be a nice transition. And then I took Bruce and I put that on my inner corner and on the front half of my bottom lash line area. I really like that Bruce shade a lot, you guys. I think it's gorgeous, and it's a little bit more chunky than any of the other glitters. I decided to take Hungry Ghost by ColourPop to press glitter and throw that on my eye. Do not do as I do. Press glitters are not safe for your eyeballs, and yeah, but I wanted some sparkle because that's how I roll. All right. And yeah, that is the finished look. What do you think? Yeah, I really like this look. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed this palette. So yeah, coming up are these swatches and what the palette looks like. So yeah, it's super messy. I'm a messy person. That's the downfall of something that's all black, and that is what the palette looks like. Now, I will tell you, this palette swatched like ass. It did not swatch well at all. At all. But I thought it performed really well. Like, I had no issues. It's not like super pigmented. It's kind of one of those things where you build up, and I think that's why the swatches aren't very good. But thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye.